This is the morning weather video briefing. This is for Friday, the 15th of December. We are 10 days away from Christmas. How about that? Alabama's weather dry today. We'll see some rain over the weekend. The better rains will likely be across the southeastern counties of the state. This is the upper air look this morning. We have a trough that's coming out into the Great Plains states. Around here, ridging in place. So again, we're going to stay dry today. In advance of the trough, we've got a lot of rain falling along Interstate 35 in Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, up toward Wichita, Kansas, down toward Abilene, Texas. And again, as that feature moves on to the east, that will be spinning up a surface low in the Gulf of Mexico tonight, bringing rain to parts of the deep south. Again, this morning, numbers are just all over the board. You've got Pell City below freezing with 28. You've got Birmingham at 43. And again, it's a reminder, this is not a one-number place when it comes to forecasting lows. And around the state, most folks are in the 40s. Huntsville 40, 48 for Mobile and Dothan. Pretty quiet day across the country as this day begins. We don't expect any severe storms today. There could be some thunderstorms west of the state. Oklahoma, parts of Texas and Louisiana, and South Florida. Tomorrow, as that surface low in the Gulf approaches, we got a risk of severe storms and a few isolated tornadoes across the Florida peninsula. Not the panhandle, but the peninsula. Places like Tampa Bay, Orlando, Jacksonville, Daytona Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Myers. Going to be very windy, very wet, almost as if a tropical storm is coming through, but this will not be a tropical system. It's not a cold core system. And then on day 3, which is Sunday, we have a marginal risk of severe storms on the South Atlantic coast from the Outer Banks of North Carolina down to about Fort Lauderdale. So here's the updated rain projection for the next 7 days. And, of course, where we are, all of this will be basically over the weekend. And the better rains over the southern quarter of the state, amounts there between 1 and 2 inches, under 1/2 inch for North Alabama. For the northern half of the state, this will not be a big rain event. But South Alabama getting some fairly decent rain from this. And if you missed it, this is the new drought monitor that was released yesterday. And again, this product is released once a week on Thursday mornings. And the drought is over for southeast Alabama and along Interstate 85, Montgomery to Auburn and Opelika. But 90% of the state is still in drought. And we have the extreme drought conditions, the areas in red, for places like Birmingham and Muscle Shoals. So, again, rain is not a bad thing. So, model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 4. There's the trough coming out across the southern plain states. We've got rain west of Alabama. But again, for us today, will be dry. Highs low to mid-60s, very pleasant, much like yesterday. So this is tomorrow. Our surface low is west of Tampa Bay in the Gulf. And again, we've just seen all kind of solutions when it comes to how much rain Alabama receives, but we're within range of the good high-resolution convection-allowing models. So let's look at one of them. This is the 3-kilometer NAM, the North American Mesoscale model, and this is valid tomorrow afternoon at 3, and the radar could look something like this. And this is suggesting a decent chunk of the state with no rain. Understand, it's certainly not going to rain all day tomorrow, and the most widespread rain should be near the Gulf Coast. Then we got a band of showers coming into the northwestern part of the state with the upper feature. So this is tomorrow night at midnight. Widespread rain from Montgomery south and east. Basically south of a line from Mobile to Montgomery to Roanoke. And again, a band of showers over northwest Alabama, and that's with that upper trough. But again, clearly the really good rains over the weekend will be across south and southeast Alabama with that feature in the Gulf. And then on Sunday, the surface low is located a little north of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Very windy, very wet for the middle Atlantic coast. But for us, it looks as though the rain will be ending very early Sunday morning, maybe before sunrise. Sunday will be breezy, cool, highs in the 50s, and maybe some clearing beginning Sunday afternoon. And Monday, that deep surface low is moving up into eastern Canada, very windy for the northeast. This is suggesting we might see some snow, light snow, down into the mountains of West Virginia, maybe the mountains of East Tennessee and western North Carolina. But for us, Monday looks to be a dry and colder day. Thickness values coming down. Highs in the low to mid-50s. This is Tuesday. Pretty chilly air mass. We're going to be in the 20s in many spots to start the day. The high Tuesday could be in the 40s for the northern half of the state. Going to be cold and dry. Wednesday, once again, many spots in the 20s. High Wednesday will be in the 50s. Thursday, 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. We're still dry. And a week from today, Friday, December 22nd, northwest flow aloft, and once again, we're dry. So after some rain this weekend, all of next week looking dry. Let's keep going. Let's go out 10 days. Sunday, December 24th, Christmas Eve. And again, a little shortwave ridge in place here. And if this verifies, we would be dry. And this is midnight Christmas Eve. And that would certainly extend into Christmas Day with rain off to the west. And that's rain, not snow, from the Rio Grande all the way up to Wisconsin and upper Michigan. These are the temperature anomalies at midnight Christmas Eve. And that's not a good look for snow lovers. Temperature should be below average for parts of the Atlantic coast, maybe a little above average here. And again, above average for sure for parts of the Midwest. This is rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble, the mean between 1 and 2 inches between now and the 30th of December. Let's check temperatures from the National Blend of Models. This goes all the way through Christmas Day. Highs around 60 today and tomorrow, but look at the drop-off. It's going to be pretty cold middle of next week. Tuesday, the high dropping to 47, lows in the 20s. Tuesday and Wednesday morning, but then we bounce back with, by Christmas Day, Monday the 25th, the NBM has Birmingham with a high of 58 and a morning low of 45. And again, these are the temperature anomalies for December 22nd through the 28th. And again, for much of the country, relatively mild Pacific air should be in place. So tomorrow's a big anniversary for tornadoes in the state. Typically, I don't do the videos on Saturday, so I thought I'd talk about it today. This is December 16th, 2000. This is Tuscaloosa. This is a violent EF4 tornado live on television. The first time we've captured one of these live. This is from the old tower cam, the old Channel 33 tower in the eastern part of Tuscaloosa. Down below, that's Skyland Boulevard. And this was a Saturday. This was 9 days before Christmas. Again, this was December 16th, 2000. A horrible tragedy at a horrible time of the year. But again, this is a reminder. This is the tornado season, November through May. 11 people were killed in this tornado, and it was just a horrible situation. This is some of the damage at the Bear Creek Trailer Park, which is down just off Highway 69 and 82 south of Tuscaloosa. This is where we had some very significant loss of life. And this photograph, many of you recall, it's an amazing image. This was captured by Michael E. Palmer of the Tuscaloosa News. And this shows Michael Harris carrying out what looks to be the lifeless body of a young child. And the child is Whitney Crowder. And this was the Bear Creek Trailer Park. And that image was seen all over the world. Just a remarkable picture. And Mr. Harris is certainly a hero. Mr. Harris has never wanted any publicity, and to this day he shuns publicity. But I've kept in touch with the little girl. She survived. Her name is Whitney Crowder. She would graduate from high school 12 years later, and she sent me her graduation invitation. And we have stayed in close touch to this day. And she's married, has a family, and she's doing just fine. But she lost her dad, Derek, and her baby brother. Just a very tragic day. Here's a look at some of the damage. This is from Hillcrest Meadows, down Highway 69, down toward Hillcrest High School. And again, the death toll was 11. And I'll never forget the day after this tornado. It snowed, which sometimes happens this time of the year. But that was, again, December 16th, 2000, 23 years ago. That's going to wrap it up for this update. Hey, going to Kermit Johnson Elementary today up in North Jefferson County, up toward Trafford and Pinson. And tomorrow it's a book signing, last chance before Christmas. We're going to be in Auburn at the Bean Coffee Shop from 10 until 1. So listen, we'll have all of the weather shirts, all the Polygon shirts, and the fun stuff they've got from Crest Publishers, of course, the children's books. And we've got All You Can Do Is Pray about April 27, 2011. Weathering Life. These are great Christmas gifts for anybody, but especially people that love weather. We take many pictures. We have so much fun. So again, come see us tomorrow in Auburn. The Bean Coffee Shop from 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock. And of course, We invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.